Hello, in this video we want to give you an overview of our new features in the Nectar LMS. A lot has happened, so stay tuned. During the development, a big focus was on the integration of new learning unit types. So in addition to courses, seminars, curriculums, pages and tests, PDF documents can now also be added as individual learning units. For this purpose, we included a PDF reader so that learners can add comments, pictures, and markups to individualize their PDF. They also have the option to download the PDF file. You can now also integrate films and podcasts into the Nectar LMS and block fast forwarding, for example. Also, PowerPoint presentations can be integrated. Another new feature is the feedback function. It is now even easier to create a feedback with single choice, multiple choice, or even open questions that can simply be attached to any learning unit. Of course, the feedback can be evaluated anonymously. With our new learning boxes, it is now even easier to create a flexible learning path for the learners. You can combine any learning unit from the LMS and also change them at any time. The learning progress of the learners automatically adapts to the current status of the learning box. However, if a learner completes the learning box, he retains the status completed even if you change the learning box. Let's now take a look at the changes in the seminar area. Firstly, the layout has been revised. Learners can now see directly an overview of all available meetings, including start date, duration, available capacity, and where it's taking place, online or face-to-face. If learners click on one of the meetings, it opens up so they see further information, including name, start date, and end date. The information symbol offers further information, such as lecture, co-lecture, and the address, including location and the specific room. It is now also possible to combine individual meetings to so-called block seminars. If a seminar takes place over several days, it is immediately recognizable for the learners and they can enroll to the whole block seminar with just one click. This also benefits hybrid events where you want to combine face-to-face and online meetings. To display online seminars, it is also possible to include, for example, an MS Teams or a Zoom link into the meeting. Would you like to enroll to a seminar meeting which is already full? No problem. For this purpose, we included the waiting list, which can easily be added to any seminar. Once one learner from a fully booked meeting cancels this meeting, the first person from the waiting list automatically takes their place. Do you want to make learning units available to external learners? In this case, our publicly accessible page might be interesting for you. External learners can purchase learning elements for themselves as well as their employees. They can simply add the learning elements to the shopping cart and add the user data so that automatically user accounts will be created in the system. Of course, one billing address can be used for the whole purchase. Among these new features, also an LTE interface has been integrated into the Nectar LMS. With this interface, it is possible to include learning content from another LMS into the Nectar LMS, or also include content from the Nectar LMS into another LMS system. Additionally, several languages can be stored in the same learning element so that learners can choose the language that suits them best. With our new menu categories, it is furthermore possible to display learning content separately to the course overview. This can, for example, be used during onboarding to create a reference work on sustainable everyday office life. To ensure the greatest possible transparency for learners as well as their supervisors regarding which learning elements have already been completed within the LMS, we also made some innovations in this area. For example, in the learning history within the learning profile of the users, it is now possible to filter by completion date or choose between a more detailed or a more compact view of the learning history. Of course, the whole learning history can also be exported as an Excel file. The new My Team dashboard is particularly interesting for supervisors. They see an overview of their employees, when they last logged in, how many units they've already completed or still have in progress in the LMS. They can access their profile, including learning history, and also their statistics. As some changes have also been made for the creation of learning content, we've also made some adjustments here. The areas General, Settings, and System messages are now clearly separated from each other. Furthermore, the following options have been added. The individual content checkbox is now activated by default. This way, you can assign learning units directly to one learner in their profile. Additionally, the chat function got an upgrade. It is now possible to assign the chat directly to one learning unit. The more social learning, the better. Also, the contact person is now directly visible to the learners since it is linked in the learning unit. Would you like to send individual messages for each learning unit? Then go ahead. It is now possible to change the messages that are already set up in the LMS and also include your own messages. To do so, you can simply select the event when the system message should be sent out, the system message itself, as well as the time when the system message should be sent. This can be immediately at the time of the event or before or after. However, the individualization of your learning elements does not stop here. Learning units can either be added directly into a group or you can set the visibility in terms of time. So for example, you can set a date and time from when this learning unit should be visible to the learners. Let's take a look at the general enhancements of the functionalities. This is particularly about security. You can now specify that either all learners or just the learners who have access to the administration area have to log in using a two-factor authentication. We currently support the two-factor authentication by email or Google Authenticator. There are also two other optional features, the awareness tool and interactive elements. Did your employees work through the data protection e-learning carefully? Find it out with our awareness tool. It is now also possible to send phishing emails directly from the Nectar LMS. Each learner that clicks on the link in this message will be forwarded to a page in the Nectar LMS. As a teachable moment, this can contain a reference to the error. Of course, all learners that click on the link can be tracked in the Nectar LMS. Do you want to quickly provide your learners with interactive learning elements that are easy to understand? No problem. With H5P, the authoring tool that is integrated into the Nectar LMS, you can easily create interactive presentations, videos, or for example, virtual tours using 360-degree images in the LMS. Of course, all these elements can easily be combined with the settings that can be used for regular learning elements. There are no limits to your creativity. As you can see, the Nectar LMS offers a wide range of possible settings. The demands on the learning platform are as individual as you are. That's why we constantly develop the Nectar LMS to meet your needs in the best possible way. Your learning success, your Nectar LMS.